Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Making Dough Show, where we love talking about all things restaurant business, living the dream. Today, I want to talk to you about Dave Portnoy of Barstool Sports of One Bite Pizza Review, stopping by one of our restaurants. By the act of God, I was present, as well as my mother and one of our top managers were present at the store when he stopped by. I want to share with you what happened. As I record this today, we have 7 restaurants. We had to close one of our stores last month, and that's for another episode I can share with you. But today, let's stay focused on Dave Portnoy's visit. Lessons learned so you don't make those same mistakes. Okay, we don't need to repeat history. It sucks. So you don't have to do that. So thank you for tuning in. First off, I wanted to share with you how it happened. You know, we're in San Antonio, and the Final Four happened this year, as you know, in San Antonio, and a lot of folks were coming into town. One of our managers who's attuned with the cultural changes, especially in the sports world, gave me heads up, hey, Dave Portnoy is going to be in town. He usually visits pizzerias when he is in town for whatever reason. What do we need to do? Do we need to send announcements to the team to make sure the stores are cleaned? All those things, because we don't know which of our stores he may stop by. Usually he does not stop by restaurants that are multiple, like a chain per se. Now, granted, we are local here in San Antonio. It's not a chain. It's family owned either way. But so we were like, you never know if he's going to stop by or not. So we made a note a few days before the Final Four to make sure we sent announcements to the team and make sure everybody would clean the stores. Now, we have one of our restaurants that is the lowest performing. We've not had a solid manager for a few months now. All kinds of stuff. Of course, he was going to stop by that store. Okay. It has the ugliest decor. I mean, of course, he was going to go to that restaurant. I mean, what are the odds? I mean, who's surprised about that? So this is what happened. I happened to be at that store that morning, as well as my mother, which happens very rarely now that she's kind of mostly retired from our restaurants. And so we had this random 16-inch pizza on the screen. The young lady who works for us, she had made it. And I happened to be here and there running around all the things, looking for bell peppers to slice, of all things. And then I saw a gentleman walk into the register. I look up and it was him. And so it was this moment, I was like, do I treat him like a celebrity, or I'm just going to be a nice, just being nice to the customer. So I asked how his life been, what was his order? And he says, order for Austin, who's his assistant. I said, I got that for you, sir. If you would please have a seat, we'll get it out to you as fast as we can. I went back there with a speeder light, and that pizza was coming out of the oven. I knew that he really likes pizza crispy. I touched the bottom of it, and it wasn't that crispy. So I remade that pizza all over. He was a little frustrated because he had to wait 5 minutes for a fresh pizza coming out. The pizza came out, and again, we were with one of our managers who follows Dave Portnoy. I know kind of what he expects and all that. So he really told my mother and I, you two need to take that pizza. He really needs a story. Go. So he really pushed us to go. And so we walked over with my mother. My mother, she's awesome. Obviously, she's one of a kind, won the lottery in the mother department, of course. And so she has an accent. We're Iranian. So she had a bit of an accent. And that, on the grandmother department, everybody loves a grandmother with an accent. I don't know what that is. But so we gave the pizza to him. The full video is going to be in the description. I didn't want to take much of your time on that. But overall, the experience, it was very quick. It was like 3 to 4 minutes of a quick visit. And there has been already articles. They went all over social. So we have dozens of friends we have here in San Antonio. You get messages from all over the place. And here's what I'm going to tell you. That day, again, why was I at that store, which we usually are not at the stores at this level. I need to interact with our managers, is because that store is not performing very well. The food is inconsistent. The team has a bit of a turnover at that particular store, and that's why we were there. So that morning, our manager was throwing some of the dough away because we weren't sure if the recipe was followed correctly. Guess what? The pizza that I made for him was not the best Mattenga's dough. It was the worst. So there's this spotlight moment on TV where you're going to get thousands and hundreds of thousands of eyeballs, and the dough was not on point. It was too late. I had to serve the pizza, and it was a little floppy because we don't know maybe the dough was made, the water was hot. I don't want to go into details. Never compromise on standards. That is lesson number 1. we did compromise on standard. We kind of put it in the back burner because you have so many fires going on, all big, little, all kinds of stuff in the restaurant industry. So this was a bit of a point at this particular low performing restaurant, and we should have been incredibly aggressive, maniacal, obsessed over the recipe details, and we weren't. So that is compromising on your standards, and that I'm not really proud of. So stick to your standards. Really make sure your team is following recipe to the T. You never know who's stopping by your store, and you really cannot have what we had, which wasn't our best on the day that we really needed to have our best foot forward. So that was lesson one. Thank you. It was the hardest one. I got it out of the system. And so with that, the question I have, the second thing is, are you ready for the spotlight? Are you ready when somebody like Dave Portnoy, or who knows, some celebrity walks into your restaurant? Are you ready for it? When are you going to get ready for it? Because once it happens, you cannot really go back in time. You can't say Control Z, get me back. You cannot go back in time. So the time to get ready for the spotlight is now. So are you ready? Because the time is now to get ready. You never know who's going to walk into your doors. The third thing is mastering your 1 minute story. I'm going to, again, paste the link to the video of Dave Portnoy and visiting our store in the description so you can see. And one thing that really was very good and saved the day was being able to make a connection with the gentleman, Dave. And so one was obviously my mother, and that interaction being really genuine. Obviously, my mother is a grandma. And then for me to be able to share about our story, the name of our restaurant, where it comes from, our background, how we started in this restaurant business, how it's going, all of that in under, like literally in 1 minute. I had 1 minute. It was so quick. So the question I have for you is, are you ready for the spotlight? Are you ready to share your story under a minute? If somebody was to ask you, how did you get started in this business? Are you able to share something that's intriguing, interesting, entertaining, something, oh, wow, that's cool, something? If not, make some time, spend a couple of hours, think about the story of your restaurant. Why is it special? What, highlighting your dishes. What is special about your restaurant? People need a story. And so you got 1 minute. So you got 1 minute to share your story when the time comes. So be ready, friend. That one, I think I did fairly well from the comments. I didn't drag it too long. I guess being concise does matter. Nobody likes somebody who goes on and on and on. So that one, I think, aside from the dough shenanigan, I think we did that part well. The fourth lesson I have for you is hospitality always wins. When the gentleman came, I just tried to treat him with respect and honor that we treat all of our customers the same. And we call that Texas hospitality. It's one of our core values. I didn't stay out there when he was going over critiquing the food. I said, you know what, let me honor him. Let me respect his time. I went inside. And then when they were done, I grabbed 2 water bottles and I ran out to just give it to him for I got just some water for you. Just know that little gestures, hospitality always wins. Be warm, be enthusiastic, be respectful, honor people. That always works. And I tell that to our people all the time. In order for us to win people's wallets, we need to first win their hearts. And you have control over that. Be nice to people. We call that, Texas hospitality around here. And fifth tip I have for you is to engage with Dave after the video is posted. So I went in there to every channel on YouTube, which gets a lot of views. I went in there and posted thank you for visiting our restaurant. You had many options to go, great pizzerias in San Antonio. We appreciate your time. You made my Mother's Day, all the things. And there was dozens and dozens of comments, people really appreciating an owner that engages with Dave. And afterwards, there were comments about the food and this and that. Some of them, if somebody complimented anything that we've done or that engagement experience, I went in there and commented. I thanked them for it and I explained it, or different stuff. Just genuinely care about those individuals and knowing that this experience, it goes on beyond just that 3 minute. Yes, the video was published and it was published on all platforms. Engage, go with your Instagram from your restaurant, comment on those comments, or leave just to say thank you for stopping by. Just be courteous, be respectful, no matter what. Stay cordial. Even if he said that you were horrible, just say, you know what, I appreciate the feedback. I will do better. In fact, I really hope that you give us a shot, next time you're in town. And that goes a long way, because you need to know, just like reviews, there are there forever. And people come in there, and there are hundreds of people who read how you react to different things. And it really forms their perception. Again, you have control over that, all of those things. So those are 5 top lessons from last week, experiencing Dave Portnoy's visit randomly on a Friday at 11:15 a.m. I hope it has served you. Subscribe to this channel if you have not, and like this episode if you would like me to publish more videos, hard lessons learned in the industry. Let me know your thoughts. What's the one tip you're taking back? I really think you should take the 1-minute story. I would love to see if you're able to take that home and apply. How are you going to tell your story under 1 minute? And with that, let's get back to work and make some dough. Thank you. Bye-bye.